What's good with it, y'all? It's Coffee. Tap it back in, man. And on this latest episode of No Jumper with G Uno, which was wild. I'm sure there's about to be a lot of crazy content coming to the blogosphere off that one. Let me know if y'all fuck with G Uno. He's kind of crazy, man. That's a whole nother story. But on the G Uno episode, Lush Uno got brought up. Lush won in his momentous return to the No Jumper platform and the fades and all that. Why is it every scrap, every fade that like I No Jumper has to do No Jumper seemingly is like fake or it's questionable? It's like 5-10 of them. Is it real? Did it happen? I don't know.
Unless somebody on the verge of dying or something.
Did you know that a fight almost took place on Tuesday night?
No, what do?
Okay, we had Lush back on the podcast.
Oh, the little.
Do you even remember Lush?
That's the dude that told AD he was fired before he knew it.
Yes. And so
y'all peeped that right there, right? Adam exposed himself. Not in a crazy way. I guess he ain't too concerned with it anymore. But when that whole ish went down with you lied to me, Lush. And, he was running his mouth off to the Reddit like Dejan told him, man, if you wasn't getting high off that Chris in the Reddit, if you could have stayed off the Reddit in the Crystal, you still have a job here, That was funny. That was a good one by Dejan, but apparently they're cool now because Lush don't want no H@TE crime, It's another story. But, Adam was saying, like, oh, I wasn't really talking about him behind his back. I wasn't going to fire him. I just thought we needed to mix it up. Or he was trying to fire AD and phase him out of the No Jumper platform. He just didn't have the heart to tell him right to his face, yo, you got to go. He wanted to cut down. Y'all ever had that happen at a job or something? They try to cut down your involvement. They don't got the heart to tell you, like, yo, you're fired or we don't want you here. They don't even really have a good reason. There's other stuff behind it. Adam just, when Wax said, yeah, the dude that Lush told he was fired before he was fired, yes, no hesitation.
Lush is a white dude from LA, part of a Spanish gang, apparently. And he was in here, and basically I FaceTimed Almighty Suspect. They start screaming at each other. Lush calls him a snitch. Almighty Suspect is like, what? Because we've never heard that. Like, Brick Baby's right in here and DW Flames right here. They both never heard that. So we're all of us.
Tap in and comment, y'all. Did you guys ever hear of Suspect telling? I remember Milk running some content about Suspect's father, who gets brought up in this, the Rifleman dude. Apparently a legendary battle rap icon out there on the West Coast. I remember Milk running some paperwork about him making some statements. But the Suspect, only thing I seen Suspect getting ragged out in the trenches, right? Getting tossed around like, it was Walmart loss prevention in Florida and he stole something.
And they're tripping. They're like, you can't just say that to him. How are you going to say that to him? Like, you can't put that type of shit on somebody's name unless you...
Look at G Uno signaling. He's trying to get a black him out, I guess is what he said.
Ready to prove it. Lush starts kind of backpedaling right away, like acknowledging that he was out of turn saying that. But then Almighty says, boom, I'm coming there. He's driving here or whatever. He texts me, he says, I'm outside. Lush says he wants to fade. Lush gets up. We all go outside, like 20 fucking people. We're all posted up in the alley with the security. Almighty texts me, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
So y'all hear that? Well, let's continue on a little more first.
So he was capping?
I guess when he said, I'm outside, or like, no, he wrote, come outside. I took that as, I'm here right now, come outside.
Too.
Right? Like, what other way could you take that? Y'all remember the way that all went down. Almighty didn't show up, or apparently what it sounds like here is he did, but he had second thoughts about running a fade with Lush, and Lush wasn't turning down nothing. Adam's going to talk about that a little more. Like, Lush wanted that. Lush called him a rat on the phone. Suspect said, stay right there, I'm on my way. Then he tells Adam, I'm on my way. Then he says, come outside. Then now he's trying to say, no, I meant come outside when I get there. You already said you was on your way, man. Was Suspect shook a Lush?
He apparently meant, he meant come outside when I get there so that we can fight outside instead of in the building, right? Either way, then his dad gets on the phone. Whose dad? Suspect's dad.
Then he runs to his pops. Yo, Suspect, come on, man. Like I said, tell me if y'all seen that content of suspect just getting mollywopped and just embarrassed. Like, I don't think he has no squabbles, man. He was shook of Lush. He runs to his pops.
Rifleman. He's like a battle rap legend. Old school hip hop legend in general.
So how was dad getting it?
I don't know. Somehow suspect links with his dad, and then they end up getting on the phone, and then they end up agreeing to a fight the next day. Jury's out on if this fight actually transpired. Coming soon on No Jumper.
So y'all hear that? Another one where it's questionable if the scrap even happened from China Mac. Remember AD or Trell and one of them, they had that like one that broke out on a live stream that they admit was staged. Like, all these situations just cap. Like, is anything real anymore? I don't know, man. But this is just crazy, man. Like, Lush 1 had suspects shook.
Ain't no more blacks. Let me get a black.
How old is Lush?
42.
Oh, that might be how his dad got into it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how suspect's dad got into
Well, I
it.
think his dad's like 50s. His dad's like an older guy.
How old is suspect?
Suspect probably 30 or like a little younger,
Is
probably.
he?
Maybe
Damn,
28.
I've been
I'm not sure.
wow.
Actually. Yeah, I know him for a long time, too. But it was crazy. Because, to be fair, Lush got up out that chair and went outside. He was jumping up and down. He was getting ready. He was really about to do it. And he really felt like he was going to lose the fight, too. He felt like...
Ain't that crazy how it goes? Yo, that's like anyone. Like, some people just come up squabbling a lot, right? Running a fade, shooting the fair one, shooting the smitties, whatever you call it, where you're from, all the time, right? Some people do it and can't fight, but are never scared. They just got the heart of a lion. What Lloyd Banks say, bounty hunters got me running with my iron high as a giant. Those are some bars there, man. But no, for real, some people can't really fight, but are never scared to. Some people, like in this situation, and then some people will fight anyone, take L's, they're not worried. Like, I know cats that talk ish to Mike Tyson. I know cats that you could be about to put their head through a meat grinder and they'll tell you F your moms, your whole family and everything. That's just how they rock. Then you got a situation like this where Adam's saying Lush was like communicating that he figured he was going to lose the fight, but he wasn't shook. And then it seems like almighty suspect was shook because he lying about if he's there or not. Oh, I meant I'm going to be there. Whenever there's too much explaining like that, man, come on. And then gets his pops on the phone. And then was running around on No Jumper talking some other ish. Like, I don't know, man. And we're hearing the fight may not even happen, man. So in the end, when it comes down to it, you know, in life, in this situation, there's always something to be learned from something, even all this viral internet fluckery. A lot of cats really ain't that tough, I guess.
The suspect was going to fuck him up. But he was ready. He was down.
You gonna take the ass whooping?
He was going to do it. I was fucking proud of him, honestly.
So you brought him back. He's back on the...
He's not back like permanently, but we did that one episode. It ended up being 5 hours. I felt like I was in a clubhouse room.
What's wrong with the clubhouse room?
So that's going to pretty much do it for this. What do y'all think about all that? All these fake fades, all this fluckery. And it's so crazy, too, because this internet-ish, I don't want to say is dictating things in real life, but influencing it in wild ways. And we see it's all fake and cap, man. Subscribe, hit the comments. Let me know what y'all think. And again, too, if you've seen that episode with Bompton G, you know what you think of his music and all that. I'm going to do some content on it. But like I said, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of viral content coming out from this episode about a lot of the ish they were getting into with G Uno and him pressing his line. Like, he's wild, man. But subscribe, let's talk. I'm gone. Peace.